Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Cyndie is a character that has been in season 7, 8, and 9 of The Walking Dead. She was introduced in season 7, episode 6, along with the rest of her Oceanside people in the episode where Tara discovers them. Now, their backstory was that they had a bunch of males, but now they're mostly females, but Simon and his saviors had executed most of them because they weren't taking orders from the saviors, and they were being defiant. So Simon had all of the male members of the Oceanside over the age of 10 years old, I believe, executed, shot in the back of the head. So the Oceanside survivors were traumatized, and they had moved far, far away from the saviors so that they could not track them down. But eventually, Tara and others like Enid and Rick had encouraged them. Well, they found them, but then after they knew about them, they needed them to help them fight the war against the saviors. So they eventually convinced them to help them fight the war. They've been kind of useless. I mean, there was so much build-up about them finally helping, and at the end of season 8, they just help in one little battle that barely matters, and they throw some Molotov cocktails at some saviors, and that's it. That just seemed like such an anticlimax because so much time and investment was spent on this community helping during the war, and then they just helped for 5 seconds, at literally the very last possible second that they could help. But I digress. But basically, the leader is Cyndie, Cyndie. That's how you say her name. And her grandmother was the leader, but her grandmother was killed by Enid in season 8 on accident because she was attacking Aaron, but she was a real bitch anyway. So it's kind of good that she's dead. Cyndie is a pretty interesting character, though. She seems like someone that's strong but reasonable and has, good high morals. But in season 9, she and the Oceanside survivors, they start tracking down all the saviors that had executed the males since Simon's already dead. But, there were other saviors that were involved in executing the males. And Cyndie and the rest of the Oceanside started capturing them and killing them, literally executing them in the same way, shooting them in the back of the head to avenge all the fallen male Oceanside members. But I like Cyndie a lot. I think she's a good character. I think she's interesting. I like her dialogue. I like her scenes. She's always someone that I want to see more of, but they just keep holding her back for some reason. And they've been doing it 3 seasons straight now, so don't say it's because the actors can't film this or film that. They're just holding her back for some reason. And I mean, she's a very, very beautiful woman, and I think she's a talented actress. I mean, Nat only plays a small part in it. I honestly like her. I think she's a good character in it. And I'm sympathetic to her because she lost a younger sibling, and I have 2 younger siblings. So I mean, I could imagine how she feels. But yeah, I like the role that she played in season 9. She was in 4 episodes straight in the first 5 episodes of season 9. And, obviously she had that plot line where she and the other Oceanside people had executed the saviors. I almost thought that maybe they were going to give her a romance with Daryl, but it appears that is not happening because I think that they're setting up a Daryl-Connie romance. And Cyndie has not been seen for 10, 11 episodes now. Ever since the 6-year time jump when Rick got taken away by the helicopter, Cyndie has not been seen. For a while, a lot of people, myself included, thought that maybe the Oceanside people were dead, wiped out. Maybe it had something to do with Michonne, since Michonne had scars, and it appeared that Michonne and Maggie were mad at each other. But it seems like the Oceanside people are alive and well. Now, Rachel seems to be the leader of the Oceanside people now, and Rachel was the little girl from season 7 and 8 that kept trying to kill Tara, and Tara didn't like. But obviously, she's a teenager now because there was, a 7-year time jump after the end of season 8, so she's older now. But I'm wondering, where is Cyndie? Where is Beatrice? I'm hoping these characters return. And I'm definitely hoping they're not dead. I mean, if the actresses are unavailable and they're filming something, that's not the end of the world. But if they're dead, that sucks, especially if they died off screen. I really hope there's not a flashback in season 9, episode 16 that shows Cyndie getting killed. We're one episode away from, season 10, the end of season 9. So, I'm hoping that the surviving characters that survive the heads on spikes all make it, or at least if someone dies, it's someone I don't care about that much. But yeah, I'm hoping that Cyndie is still alive, and Beatrice too, because I also like Beatrice, but I really, really like Cyndie, and I want to see more of her. I think she's an interesting character, and I like her dialogue and her personality. I wish they'd stop holding her back. They've been doing it for years now. So, I'm hoping that maybe in season 10, we'll get a lot more of Cyndie, and I'm hoping that she makes it to season 10. Like, I'm hoping that her character is still alive or anything, because, like I said, I like her, and I want her to get that 4-year milestone. I want her to be one of those characters that makes it to that 4th year, because that'd be pretty cool. She survived the heads on spikes. I was a little worried that we'd get a Walker Cyndie head, but we didn't get that, so that's good. She dodged that bullet, so I'm hoping that we'll see Cyndie make a return appearance in season 10, if not the season 9 finale. Maybe if she does come back in season 10, she'll actually have a big role for once, and maybe it's worth the wait. That's the most I'm hoping for at this point, because I really want to see more of her character, and I think some other people want to see more of her character. So maybe she'll have a big role to play in season 10, and maybe even the Oceanside people, like the entire Oceanside people, will play a role in the Whisperer War. I mean, none of their people were killed by the Whisperers, but maybe they want to help. Maybe they want to make up for how annoying they were during all that war. They didn't help that much. They helped at the very last second, and they didn't really do that much. So maybe they'll actually do more during the Whisperer War and actually fight against the Whisperers. That'd be cool. Maybe Cyndie and Beatrice die there, or maybe just Beatrice and Cyndie lives on to season 11. But who knows? All I know is I want to see more of the character, and I'm really hoping that she makes an appearance in season 10. Anyway, that's all I have for this video, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now, we are at 469 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 500 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts. Every bit of support matters and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully, we can get to that goal of 500. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!